Hi everybody, this is Diane. This mess right here is all the stuff that was stacked up in a space like that behind my sewing machine. So you see, it is a huge mess. So it started out with fabric flips and clusters and some crochet motifs like that. And then I added vintage appliques when I got vintage appliques at yard sales and stuff, but they were just small quantities. And it has just grown and grown and grown. So I'm going to have to find a new way to store these. I don't know at this point what the solution will be, but I'm just going to sort so I see what I have. And I know certain things that are going to go back in that spot behind my sewing machine. So I'm just going to move this stuff out of the way so I have space to sort. And we're going to start with this box right here. It's lots of goodies. It's going to be fun for me to go through it, just to remind myself of what I have. This is a box. I think it was chocolates at one point, but I bought it at the flea market, just like this, and I thought it was so pretty. And it has been holding my fabric flips. So in this box, I do have a couple small pieces of, this got cut off. Oh, this was a journal that I made that it was too big and I cut off one end of it. So I should probably take this apart and have the two pieces separate so I can use them. I'll set that aside to do that. These are just some scraps of snippet rolls. I don't know if I want them in this box. I think I just want to dedicate this box to fabric flips. And I had clusters in here too. So these are already nice and neat in here. I'll just put them back. Got a lot of fabric flips. This is a strip that I sewed together to use as a tie, apparently. So I think I will not put this in the box. I didn't even know that was in there. And then I have the little cluster size pieces too that I put down here, but I'm going to put them there. Ooh, these can be used in my grungy journals that I'm making, that I'm about to make. I'm going to set those aside. See, it's a good thing to go through your stuff. So I think I have some fabric flips in this pile of stuff, so I will know where to put them. So I'm going to just move that aside for now. And then I have this box, and I know what belongs in here, and that is Crochet Motifs. And I may have too many for this little box. So I may have to buy a new box because, I mean, this isn't a very pretty box. I don't know where it came from, but I've had it. And maybe I could find something at the flea market when I go back again that would be pretty. Maybe not this big, but anyway, I'm going to sort these back into here and maybe discard some, destash some, but I don't know. No promises on that. I have these blue ones. Most of these are pieces that I cut apart from bigger doilies, so that represents a good amount of time here. I love the blue ones. And I love these too. They're unique. The little round ones. It's nice to have them in different sizes. There's a bigger round one. I have these tiny little squares that were probably separating crocheted doilies, but they're little woven squares with some stitch work in the middle. So they make a nice accent sometimes. Got quite a pile of them. And I will use some of these things in my grungy journals too. Some more pieces that were separating larger motifs. I'm definitely going to have to get a bigger box if I want to keep all these things. This is a unique color too, so I like to keep the ones in colors that you don't see all the time. Now these are dimensional, these roses, and these are also a bit dimensional. So they take up a lot of space in there. These are fun little accent pieces. They're leaves and stems. And here's another dimensional one. I've got quite a few of those, so maybe I'll put the dimensional ones in a separate container. These are just from probably a doily about 6 inches that I cut up. Not sure what to do with them yet. And I have some pieces that were cut off of linens. You can still see some of the cotton there. Oh, and I have some pansies. I love these. These came from different crochet doily pieces. I don't see any more of this in there. I'm not sure where the rest of them are. Pretty sure I have more. So I'll make this space for something else. Guess I'll just put this here because that's a little bit bigger than these. Just make another pile of the small round ones. I'll put these leaves right in that little space there. It's a lot of leaves. I should use some. I don't think I've ever used any of them. Okay, that's what I have in this. Very neatly arranged. Doesn't stay that way. And what I have left are these dimensional ones. These little pieces that were cut off. And this piece. I do have some little plastic drawers, like a unit this small, in my closet. And I think the rest of these pieces might be in there. So these might end up going in there too. I guess we'll have to organize those drawers too. I'm going to move these over here. These are pieces that I will need to find a place for. All right, now I have one more box. Everything else was in bags or just loose. Oh no, there's 2 boxes here, but I treat them like trays. Oh, 3 boxes, counting this. So we will go through these one at a time. Start with this one. These pieces of fabric here, oh, these are not flips. They are fabric pockets. I wonder if I should put them in with the flips because there's lots of space in there. And this can go with the clusters. I might use that in my grungy journals though. One thing I can remove from this pile are these 2 bags. because I have that shoe holder thing on the back of my closet, on the front of my closet door, and I have punches in it, but I also have 2 of the pockets have little flowers and things like that. So these belong in there. Now, this is the bottom of a cigar box. And I have these large lace pieces. I think I'll leave them in here for now. They've been there so long that I know that's where they are. I just don't use them. I was so thrilled to find these at, I think, a flea market. And I have used some, but I haven't used a lot of them. Look at that. So pretty. So yesterday I did a video and forgot what I did. What was, because it was shown today. It's being shown. It just was published today is what I should say. Today, Tuesday. What was it? What's my today's video? Oh, I was working in my Cinderella journal, and I went to CapCut because I just wanted to edit out some of the things that weren't necessary to keep in. And CapCut was unavailable due to, I'm going to put this set of wings in here. And I have this large piece. I'll put that in here. Due to copyright. But they were working on trying to get it fixed. So I didn't edit the video. I'm not making videos days and days ahead of time. I'm just kind of keeping up. So I just published it the way it was, and so it's 55 minutes instead of 45 minutes. But it uploaded it. Sometimes I have an issue if they're longer videos. Look how pretty that is. I'll just keep it folded. So I'm just putting large applique pieces in here. And that looks like all of them. Oh, there's one more. Oh, that's just a little one. I'll take these out of the packaging. Anyway, I went to CapCut today just to see, and oh, sorry, that was noisy. It's back for the United States, so yay. Because I looked for other editing programs, and I just don't know. I saw one, and it didn't have, I uploaded it actually, and it didn't do any of the things that I couldn't see how to do the things that I do. So, well, I'll wait till Teddy's here. Maybe he knows, but I think that's probably the only editing program that he knows. He's only 14. But, okay, so that's all the big ones. So what I do is I have this on the bottom, and then this sits on top of it. And then I have this little one and this little one. So they just kind of sit back there. And I really don't want more than that stacked up back there. I see another piece of big lace. This is what I was cutting up for my magazine cover journals. Okay, so that's done for now. I can always put more in there if I find more. So now let's go to this one. So anyway, CapCut is back. I can use CapCut again, and I'm so happy. So these are just appliques that I find at flea markets and things like that. I don't get to go to very many estate sales, but you would find things like that at an estate sale. I paid $3 for that moon, but I thought it was so cool. It's from the 1960s or 70s. Velour moon patch for jeans or jacket. So this little box, I'm not sure this is going to work for my appliques anymore, because, as you know, I just bought that big bundle of appliques. I'm going to take these leaves out. They don't seem to match these. They're different. And these are the ones that I kept, and I'm putting the rest in my shop. So hopefully you'll see this video that I'm doing right now on Wednesday, and then I will have Etsy update video on Thursday, and that will include the appliques that I'm passing on. So obviously, the appliques can't just stay in this little box. I'll have to do something else with this. So maybe this is where my dimensional pieces can go. And these are dimensional pieces as well, so I'll put them in here. And if it doesn't work out, you know, I can always change it. There's another little pocket. Okay, I think that's it for now for that. And this is a tin somebody gave me. It had some stuff glued to the top, but it came off. And it just has little linen pieces that I've stamped on, or the Tim Holtz, plus the Tim Holtz stitched pieces. So I need to use these. These just sit in this little tin. I think I'd like to put it in a bigger container because I would like to have more on hand. Maybe I will add these pieces. They're just felt pieces with little cutout, but I would just use these in journals as they are. So I think they'd be fun to add to this. So I need a larger container for these things. So let's look at my little stack here. These are things I want real handy. The fabric flips and clusters. These, I don't use these as much, so maybe they could go somewhere else. I'll have to look at what I have in my closet, and maybe they'll go in there. But these linen pieces I would like to have close by. The dimensional ones I probably wouldn't use much either. I'd probably just use those on covers. So I'm not going to put them behind my... I have this too. I have this. These need to stay behind my sewing machine because I would use them. This is crochet stuff that we just did. So, okay, we have this going on. Let's see what I have here. These just came with the appliques that I just bought. So you saw me remove them. So I wonder if I should keep all the leaves together, because I would want to use them probably in conjunction with doilies to make flowers, or with a floral applique or floral piece. Just have all the leaves together might be good, but I don't know where to put them. So let's look at my appliques. I have this one, which I think I got it at a flea market, but it was, somebody bought it on clearance at Walmart. These are so cute. I have this cute poodle, and I have this poodle. So maybe I would just put these in my mid-century stuff, because that's what I would use it for, 50s. I have this pack of patches that I picked up at the flea market. And these were just in a box, and I forgot how much they were each, 50 cents each or something. So I just picked out some that I thought were interesting. Some of them are scout badges. There's a number. Looks like a varsity letter. There's a Gettysburg one. So these are kind of touristy or scout badges. Not that one. And I thought they would be fun in eclectic journals, but I haven't used any of them yet. And I have these two that have a sticky back. I think somebody sent those to me. This was cut from fabric, but I would use it as an applique. I don't know if they came in a box of stuff that I got at the flea market or if somebody sent them to me. This one is a large pin. This one is a vintage, really vintage one. I like that. My camera seems awfully dark. I have some fun appliques in here. Oh, here's a tiny little cluster. It's one that Virginia made. This one is another dimensional piece. This was cut from one of those large lace pieces. I'll put it back in there. This is a puffy heart. I'm going to treat it like an applique. There's a bunny. These little felt butterflies I would treat like appliques. Little duck and a giraffe. Another cluster. It's a floral one. That's really pretty. Oh, this is a big one. This is a trim of butterflies, but I would cut them apart and use them as appliques. But I think I'm going to put them with another collection of stuff. Then I have all of these appliques and these that we already looked at. I don't know if I should put these with my swan stuff because it's not the color palette that I would use, but I think I will. And if they don't work out, I'll just put them in this collection. So I need something to keep all these appliques organized. There's some stars. And this floral. Guess I'll put this in with the dimensional ones. I have all these little ones too. This is the kind of thing I was looking for on eBay. So I don't need to take all of these out, but they're just small, mostly floral appliques. Some butterflies in there. So that's what I would do with these. I would put these in with this kind of stuff. Got some more butterflies. I don't want to leave them in this plastic bag. Here's a dimensional one. Pretty butterfly. I guess these are lace appliques, so they're different from these. And I want to keep them in a different place. I've got these bows. I think I'll put them with the lace appliques. A string of hearts. Got lace. Oh, I think this lace is in here because it is in pieces like this. But I'm not going to keep it with this stuff because I never use it. I guess just need to put it with the laces. It's very old and kind of coming apart. I love it though. If I was making a Halloween journal, that would be nice creepy lace. There's some lace hearts, so I'll put them with the lace appliques. And this, I do have a drawer of rosette trim, so I'll put that with that. This goes with my big pieces. These are little rosebuds. They are dimensional, but they're still tiny, so I'm gonna just put them in here. And all of these too. These I got at a yard sale. And then I have these. These I got from Amazon, and I had to iron them to muslin because they had the real shiny iron-on stuff, and I couldn't glue them. So I ironed them to muslin and cut them out, and now I can glue them down. But I think I will put all of these in that door hanger. These are the kinds of things I would just use, like those kind of flowers over there. I have a tiny bit of tatting, which goes in my little tatting drawer. And I have this bag of lace pieces. Put that with the dimensionals. They're little lace squares. Some mostly pink, but some cream. So they'll go with my lace appliques. That's just like a piece of trim, but I can cut that apart into smaller appliques. And then I have these. I guess they'll go with the lace appliques, and then one large rosebud will go in here. All right, so this will go with this. I have all of these, and my little florals, and my lace appliques, and my leaves that I have to find room for. I would like to keep the floral appliques, these little ones at least, over by the sewing machine, but I don't want them in a bag. So I need to find a little container for them that I can add to my stack here. I don't want the stack too big because I have to move things to get to the bottom one. And I think maybe the lace appliques can stay behind my sewing machine. But these that are more like patches, the fabric appliques, I'll put them somewhere else. Maybe I'll put these, not with these. I'll put the florals somewhere else. Let me see what florals I kept, and I'll move them. No, I won't, because these are the fabric appliques. They are fabric and they are embroidery. They're pretty much just all embroidery, so they're different. In my mind anyway, and that's what counts. The way you perceive things. I think I will put this over there just because it's more florally, I guess. I don't know why. I don't know why. Don't ask me. All right, some of these will go with the floral appliques. But I think this big one, well, I'll just put those in my box of big pieces. But these, I'm going to keep over here with this stuff. So I kept most of the flowers because I bought the collection of appliques to use in my journals, and I only put some in my shop, or will be putting some in my shop because there's just too many for me to use. So I did just take out the ones that I would have wanted to pick up, like the bows. I kept the frogs. There were only 2, and I love the frogs. I didn't keep a lot of butterflies, but I loved this one. I kept 4 butterflies. All right, so we're not done. I'm not done with this. I'm going to put these back, and then I'm going to have to look for some containers for some of these things. I'm going to make a list of things I need to look for containers for. If I don't want these here, maybe I do. Maybe I will keep these here. So I have this little stack. I'll need a slightly larger container for my stamped linen pieces. Maybe I should look for something with a lid, but it's just so easy to, if they don't have lids, it's easy to just have them stacked and then get what you want. But that's the only thing without a lid. I'm just thinking to myself here, guys, because this has a lid and this has a lid. Well, I have things sorted. I kind of know what I have, which is too much. And I think I'm going to maybe destash some of these pieces because I don't use the dimensional stuff much. So I think that would be a good thing to do. Destash some, but keep some. So I have to find a place to put these for now. I think I would like to put these over by the sewing machine. I would love to have these appliques by the sewing machine, but there's just too many. Oh, these are things I want to keep there. So if I can find one more tray similar to this, maybe that would work for these things. For now, I'll put these in this little box here. And this will be right behind my sewing machine. I'll keep you posted on what I do with the rest of it because I have no clue right now. If I do some editing, I think I can squeeze in organizing this. This was the drawer unit that's in my closet. And I don't think it'll take very long. So I did find a place for my appliques. The animals and the patches and things. There is a Sterilite set of drawers, small ones, next to underneath my sewing machine, to my left when I'm sitting at my sewing machine. And I had one drawer that just had feedsack fabrics. So I'm going to move these with my fabrics, and then maybe I'll actually remember that I have them. And so I put all the appliques in that drawer, and they fit in there very nicely. So let's take a look at this drawer unit. This is in my closet, and I have these sari pieces. I don't have much sari left because I sold all my boho, not all, but most of my boho supplies because I don't want to make boho journals anymore. But I got these kind of neutral pieces from Selena at Amour Fabriques, and I have used, I think, one piece, but I love these neutral ones that I thought I could use for shabby chic journals and things like that. So this is all I have of sari, so I just put it in this drawer. So these are some doilies and some large lace pieces. Large as in, it's not a great big piece of lace, but the design of the lace is big. This is so pretty. That's delicate. I think I'll put that somewhere else. This is just a crochet piece that is really cool. It looks like it was on the front of a dress, or that's what it was made for. So I think this drawer is a good place for that. And this doily piece, I love that. Collar pieces. can definitely use that. I just need to remember these things are there. I'm going to put this wherever I end up putting this. These are more like lace than crochet. That's really pretty. And perhaps you could say this is more lace than crochet, but it's a thick lace. I don't know. I don't know how to separate them. I'm going to put that with the laces because these are all definitely crochet. But then this is an embroidered piece. It was probably on a piece of clothing too. But I would separate these out. Maybe that's what well, I might want to leave some of it together for some projects. But I would snip these apart and use the flowers separately. Then you have these little tiny ones too. Maybe I'll make that a project for watching TV. Just sit there and cut this apart. I think I'll do that. So I just have these crochet pieces and the sari and these doilies. That's a delicate little doily. That's like a coaster. So just some small doilies, and I will keep them. I love the oval one. I'll keep them to use. I don't know that I would use this one. Maybe, yeah, I think I would. And I love this. So unusual. This one says, oh, okay. I should read what it says on my, this says lace collars, tatting, and more. That's why these are in here. So I will put them in. I'm going to relabel it though, because there's no tatting in here. And it has the sari, and it has doilies. So I have to relabel that. This one says crochet borders and motifs. So that's a border. This piece is of crochet, but that's not what I meant by crochet borders. They're just pieces off of doily. This is what I meant by the borders. This is rickrack with crochet on it. Oh, I was hoping I would come across these because I bought these at a flea market and I thought they would be so fun on a granny chic journal. So that's what I was thinking when I said I would keep this one, because I was thinking granny chic for that too. This is some crochet that I dyed. I've got to do this faster. So this drawer does have tatting in it. Where'd that little piece of tatting go that I had? Well, when I find it, I'll have a place to put it. I like to keep the tatting separate because I like the tatting and I want to be able to just go and grab it. That is probably a curtain tie back thing or something like that. Or dyed lace. So that's a motif. So apparently this is the place for the larger crochet motifs. More for shabby chic. This one's a little purse. And those. I better make some shabby chic journals. Okay, so I have doilies. I guess these are the doilies that have the cotton center. But do I need to keep them separate? I don't know. So this is filet crochet that looks like squares, and I like that too. This one also. But that is a border piece, a long skinny piece. I'm gonna put this in with the borders too, I think. Some more motifs. I'll try to go faster. Yeah, here's some more of those pieces. So they're with the motifs. I have one somewhere. We'll find it, or I will. I'm not sure about those. This one is really interesting with this edge. I love that. That's pretty bright. There's some more blue. I have enough blue, but I guess I wanted to keep some in bigger pieces and not separate all of them. That's probably why I still have that. There's some more of those. Pretty little piece. Let's see, I'll put these here. These little crochet pieces were probably to be an edge. There's a pink one that was started. So I want a place for just little bits that I can grab and use in clusters. So there's a start for that. I'm going to leave these out and maybe use them in my grungy journals right now. Well, not right this minute, but you know. Oh, this does not belong in there. Some of them still have the threads because they were still being worked on. All of those pieces I'm putting in my collection of stuff that I might use in my grungy journals. Here's a big crochet piece. I think that'll go in with my sari pieces. All these big pieces can go in there with the collars. Okay, so this drawer says borders and motifs. I'll put the shabby chic ones in here too. They're granny chic ones. And these are just more square motifs. Okay, for now, this one just says Crochet Motifs, but I think I want to, oh, this one's full. I think I just got into the habit of opening the top drawer and shoving things in there. I'm going to have to edit some of this out. I might dye those. This has a little, this is a filet crochet and it has a basket design in it. This will go in that box behind my sewing machine. Well, this is going to take longer than I expected. And I was hoping to find a place for these pieces. No, not those. I'm not sure what I was hoping for. Oh, look at all this. So I think I'm going to have to do this on my own and come back and show you the result, and probably in a different video because I don't know if I have room to tack any more on here. And I have other things to do today, so I really don't want to get that involved today. So I'm going to leave it here, and if I do end up tacking it on to the other video, I'll say goodbye and have a creative day. Bye.